In a world that is eerily quiet, there are forces that make the Grim Reaper wary. What happens when they meet? The three Arctic kings. The relentless hunt of the polar bear, the orca, and the wolf pack. The Arctic tundra, a vast carpet where all life depends on a fragile foundation of moss and lichen clinging to the permafrost. This meager resource sustains a hidden world of countless lemmings burrowing under the snow and perfectly camouflaged Arctic hares. On a larger scale, it fuels the endless migrations of vast caribou herds and sustains the living fortresses known as musk oxen. Even the short summer brings a temporary abundance, when the sky fills with the cries of thousands of migrating snow geese that nest here. And all of them, from the smallest lemming to the largest musk ox, share a single cruel destiny: to become the lifeblood of the kingdom's true rulers. On this frozen desert, the boundary between the two worlds, the ice and the ocean, is a line of life and death. For a ringed seal, safety on the ice is only temporary, because beneath the deep blue water, a white tyrant lurks. This seal has chosen its position carefully. It was far enough from the edge of the breathing hole to have time to react, its large eyes constantly scanning the horizon, alert for any danger around it. But it had forgotten an ancient law of the Arctic. The most dangerous enemies always come from where you least expect them. Below it, a giant held its breath and approached in complete silence. The polar bear, the largest single predator on the planet, had located its prey from the water. A white giant charged out of the water. The seal quickly escaped, diving into another breathing hole further away and disappearing into the safety of the icy waters. In the end, the bear was left empty-handed. In this unforgiving arena, even for the tyrants of the ice, a meal is never guaranteed. This defeat was a grim reminder that, in the Arctic, the line between life and death by starvation is as thin as a sheet of ice. But the real tyrant of the waters is not the bear. For the invisible ruler beneath the ice, A hunt is not a gamble. It is a death sentence from which almost no prey can escape. The killer whale, Orca, the ultimate predator of the ocean, is actually the largest member of the dolphin family. Although its name conjures up images of whale giants, it is scientifically a member of the oceanic dolphin family, carrying an ancient bloodline, graceful form and sharp intelligence that have made it the most intelligent hunter on the planet. It is a powerhouse, a masterpiece of contrasts sculpted by the ocean. Its towering dorsal fin, like a jet-black blade cutting through the water, is an unmistakable sign of its menacing presence. And beneath that deceptive whiteness, its small, keen eyes observe everything with a cold, calculating intelligence. It is the largest dolphin on the planet, a perfect hydrodynamic machine. Its torpedo-shaped body is capable of incredible speeds, making it one of the fastest creatures in the ocean. But its real weapon lies in the invisible world, a biological sonar system that allows it to see, through sound, a detailed map of the world around it, even in the darkest water. They are not just predators, they are strategists of the ocean. Instead of relying on sheer force, they work together in packs with almost programmed precision. They have learned to create coordinated waves to knock a seal from the safety of its ice fortress, a testament to how intelligence can turn the ocean itself into a weapon. But perhaps the most astonishing thing about them is the existence of culture. Different pods of killer whales have their own dialects of communication, hunting techniques, and even preferences, which are passed down from generation to generation. It is one of the clearest demonstrations of intelligence and complex social structures, something rare in the animal kingdom. Their societies are built on matriarchy, a family structure that is affectionate and strong. The entire clan is led by an older, experienced female who holds the memories and wisdom of the entire lineage. When a calf is born, its upbringing is the responsibility of the entire pod, a testament to the deep social bonds where knowledge and protection are passed down through the generations. Standing at the absolute pinnacle of the ocean food chain, an adult killer whale has virtually no natural predators. They are the undisputed tyrants of the icy seas. So the real threat, though rare, comes from their own kind in fierce conflicts over territory. In this vast frozen world, a fragile pact exists between the ocean and the ice. For this seal, the solidity of the ice is sovereignty, a place of refuge, out of reach of the dark waters below. At least, it believes so. From the depths, a family of strategists has arrived. These are the orcas, and to them, the boundary between water and ice is not a barrier. It is simply a puzzle to be solved. They strike like a dark torpedo. And then, with one final, decisive move, the seal is devoured by the orcas. The hunt is brought to an inevitable end. This victory is a triumph of intelligence. The orcas have not attacked their prey, but have manipulated their environment, turning the seal's icy fortress into their ultimate prison. As the apex predator, they are a force of nature that maintains the delicate balance of this entire frozen world. And this action, while seemingly cruel, serves a vital purpose. As the apex predator of these waters, the killer whale is no monster. It is a rock, a force of nature that maintains the delicate balance of this frozen world. But winter's reign is not eternal. When the sun never sets again, the tundra sheds its white cloak to embrace the green of life in a brief, lavish feast. The vegetation explodes with moss, lichen, and brilliant wildflowers, feeding migrating caribou herds, families of musk oxen, and countless Arctic hares and lemmings. At the same time, the skies ring with the cries of returning migratory birds, all rushing to take advantage of this brief bounty to continue their species. For an Arctic hare, it is a time of abundance. but also of danger. Absorbed in the tender shoots, it strays too close to where the rulers of the land rest. And then, from many directions, the wolves rushed out. The distance between it and the first wolves was widening. Finally, the rabbit gradually lost its strength. It is a white ghost of the north, clad in thick white or cream fur to blend perfectly into the snowy landscape. Beneath its camouflage is a mass of lean, supple muscle, designed for long-distance chases. And amidst its invisibility, only its amber eyes glow, reflecting a wild and uncompromising intelligence. A full-grown wolf can weigh up to 45 kilograms, an ideal weight for combining strength and agility on the snow. Their real weapon is not their sprinting speed, but their almost limitless endurance, allowing them to sustain a chase for many kilometers. Their large feet with specially insulated pads help them move efficiently through deep snow without freezing. Arctic wolves are masters of pack tactics, a deadly symphony conducted by silence and invisible signals. They do not attack blindly, but will test and corner their prey, finding the weakest individual before tightening the siege. Their goal is to exhaust the prey, minimize the risk to the pack, and ensure a sure victory. The Arctic wolf's howl is not just a form of communication, it is also a unique acoustic fingerprint. When the pack howls together, they will simultaneously change the pitch to create the illusion that their pack is larger than it actually is. This is a sophisticated psychological tactic used to intimidate rival packs and protect their territory. In the pack's tight social structure, only the alpha pair are allowed to breed, a bond that often lasts a lifetime. When the female wolf gives birth in a warm den, the entire burden of rearing does not fall solely on the parents. The entire pack cooperates to bring food back, guard and nurse the pups, demonstrating that the pack is not just an army patrol, but a family. Once fully grown and traveling with a pack, Arctic wolves have virtually no natural enemies on the tundra. A large polar bear can easily drive them away from a carcass, but direct confrontations are rare. So the most frequent and devastating threat comes from their own kind, in ruthless territorial battles. But a small meal only sharpens their hunger. And now the pack turns its attention to a much greater challenge, a living fortress of the north. The musk ox was an ambitious target. Compared to their defensive strength, the wolves could not face them head-on. A single charge could be fatal. However, the wolves had superior intelligence. They began a dance of death, a psychological test full of tension. Immediately, the giants took action, forming an impenetrable defensive circle, sharp horns pointing outward. The wolves were undaunted. They circled around, making false lunges to probe, looking for an opening, and they always knew how to separate an individual from the protection of the pack. The general attack broke out. The whole pack charged. A bull has been captured. Amidst the returning silence of the tundra, the feast of fresh meat has officially begun. In this battle, intelligence not only triumphs over vigilance, but also perfectly demonstrates the power of collective intelligence. By besieging, applying psychological pressure, and patiently waiting for even the smallest mistake, the wolves have turned their physical disadvantage into a tactical advantage. And the death of this giant has vital implications for the entire tundra, as they help control the muskox population, ensuring that only the strongest individuals survive. This is how the wolves fulfill their role as the cruel but necessary balancers of the Arctic. From the failed attack by the polar bear, to the deadly wave of killer whales, and the calculated siege by the wolf pack, we have witnessed the three faces of power in the Arctic: lone power, pack intelligence, and the ability to manipulate the environment. Each strategy is a masterpiece of evolution, forged to survive in one of the most brutal arenas on the planet. The ending is brutal but full of surprises. How do you feel when witnessing a battle where the line between predator and prey is so fragile? If you love wildlife exploration, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell icon to receive the latest videos. The ultimate killer under the ocean. In the deep ocean, where light cannot penetrate to the bottom, a predator moves silently. With a huge body, superior intelligence, and amazing tactics, the killer whale is the uncrowned king of the sea. They do not hunt alone, do not roar in threat. Killer whales are the embodiment of precision and perfect coordination. When they start hunting, every creature in the sea becomes small, whether it is a large shark or even a baby blue whale. The killer whale, also known as orca, is the largest dolphin in the world. With a length of up to 9 meters and a weight of nearly 6 tons, they are both incredibly strong and flexible. With their characteristic black and white skin, killer whales easily camouflage themselves under the sea. The white underbelly helps them blend into the light from above, while the black back helps them disappear into the darkness. The killer whale's brain is one of the most complex in the animal kingdom. They are able to communicate through special whistles, plan their hunts, and coordinate like an elite army. Under the deep blue sea, a group of killer whales discover their target, a few seals lying on a small iceberg. The hunt begins, not with speed or strength alone, but with tactics that will earn the respect of the entire ocean. A killer whale swims silently near the iceberg, creating a slight disturbance to observe the reaction of its prey. The seals remain motionless, but now the group has begun to move. They surround the iceberg, each holding a strategic position, blocking any escape route for their prey. One of the killer whales swam forward quickly, creating a huge wave that crashed straight into the iceberg. The seal panicked, sliding close to the edge of the ice, but still trying to keep its balance. But the second and third waves came in succession, collapsing the small iceberg. The seal fell into the water, right into the sights of the killer whales. As the seal struggled desperately, a killer whale charged at incredible speed. Its sharp teeth sank into the prey's body. The seal was dragged down to the seabed, where other members of the pod quickly joined in to ensure that the prey had no chance of escape. In just a few seconds, it was all over. Killer whales are one of the few predators that are not picky about their prey. They can hunt small fish, squid, seals, and even large sharks. A killer whale circled a great white shark. It made movements that disoriented the prey, making it unable to predict its next attack. When the opportunity arises, the killer whale flips the shark over, rendering it immobile. This is a clever tactic, turning a fearsome predator like a shark into an easy meal. Killer whales also target prey many times larger than themselves, such as baby blue whales. The entire pod works together to separate the baby whale from its mother, surrounding and attacking continuously until the prey is exhausted. This hunt can last for hours, but the patience of the killer whale pod always brings victory. In the deep ocean, killer whales have no natural enemies. They are the absolute dominant predators. Each killer whale in the pod has its own role, from observing, surrounding to attacking. This harmonious coordination makes them a perfect hunting machine, unmatched by anything else. From the cold icebergs to the tropical sea, killer whales are forever the master hunters, the ultimate killers of the underwater world. The great white shark, the ocean's apex predator. Under the quiet waves, where the sunlight is just a blur, the great white shark, the ocean's great killer, quietly swims by. With its huge body, incredible speed and razor-sharp teeth, the great white shark is not only a predator, but also a symbol of power and dominance in the ocean. But this creature is not just a ruthless killer. The great white shark is a masterpiece of evolution, a creature perfect in every way to survive and dominate the vast ocean. The great white shark is one of the largest sharks in the world, with an average length of 4 to 6 meters and a weight of up to 2 tons. Its long and powerful body helps it move quickly in the water, reaching speeds of more than 50 km/h when attacking. The great white shark's jaw is a fearsome weapon. With more than 300 sharp teeth arranged in rows, each bite produces a force of up to 1.8 tons, enough to tear through the flesh and crush the bones of any prey. What's special is that the teeth of the great white shark can grow back throughout its life, ensuring that its weapons are always in perfect condition. The body of the great white shark is designed to hunt effectively. Its skin is not smooth, but covered with millions of layers of tiny scales, which help reduce water resistance and increase swimming speed. Its color, dark gray back and white belly, creates perfect camouflage, making it difficult for prey to recognize its presence when viewed from above or below. The great white shark relies not only on strength, but also on hunting tactics. Under the deep blue water, where light is only a faint streak, the great white shark swims silently. Not a sound, not a ripple. Its presence was an invisible declaration of impending death. Unbeknownst to the prey, the predator had locked on. A seal swam close to the surface, playing with the waves. It was completely unaware of the huge black figure approaching from the depths. The great white's eyes were sharp and focused. This was no random hunt, but a perfect tactic honed over millions of years of evolution. The great white was in no hurry. It moved slowly, each gentle flick of its tail propelling its massive body through the water without making any signal. From below, it watched its prey's every move, its eyes like scanners recording every tiny movement. Then it stopped. From a depth of about 10 meters, the great white prepared for the attack. Its body tensed, its muscles ready to explode. All happened in deadly silence. And then in a flash, the water exploded. The great white shark rushed up from the depths at an incredible speed, its entire body more than 5 meters long, bursting out of the water in a powerful attack. Its razor-sharp teeth grabbed its prey in an instant. The roar of the waves, mixed with the sound of its bite, resounded in the air, a symphony of death. The seal had no time to react. It struggled fiercely, but all its efforts were in vain. The great white shark's jaws clenched tightly, creating a bite force strong enough to crush bones. In just a few short seconds, the struggle stopped, and the surrounding water was dyed red. The great white shark was in no hurry to enjoy its meal. It quietly swam to the bottom of the sea, carrying its spoils with it. This was not the action of a greedy person, but the confidence of a killer at the top of the food chain. In the deep, dark depths of the ocean, the great white shark is the embodiment of harshness and perfection. Each of its attacks is a masterpiece, with no redundancy, no mistakes, just absolute precision. Despite being an apex predator, great white sharks do not always attack. They are intelligent creatures, able to assess situations and choose the right moment to strike. Many studies have shown that great white sharks have the ability to memorize locations and even adjust their hunting tactics based on the reactions of their prey. They are also known for their curious behavior, often swimming around unfamiliar objects or even boats to investigate, using a light bite to feel and test. However, this intelligence is also the reason why great white sharks rarely attack humans without cause. Attacks are often considered mistakes when the shark mistakes humans for familiar prey, such as seals or large fish. Great white sharks play a vital role in maintaining the balance of marine ecosystems. As apex predators, they help control the populations of fish, seals, and other creatures, preventing overpopulation that could upset the ecosystem. By eliminating weak or sick prey, great white sharks also help maintain healthy prey populations. However, this vital role is being threatened by human fishing. Great white sharks, with their strength, agility, and intelligence, are a symbol of evolutionary perfection. They are not only ocean killers, but also an indispensable part of marine ecosystems. However, their survival depends on us. Protecting great white sharks is not just protecting a species, but also protecting the delicate balance of the ocean world. Let's cherish and preserve this amazing creature so that stories about the apex predator of the sea do not remain just in memory. The ocean is not only a place of life, but also an arena of fierce battles for survival. In particular, the relationship between dolphins and sharks has lasted for millions of years, creating a legend of intelligence and strength. Off the coast of Australia, Shark Bay is famous not only for its beautiful scenery, but also for the fierce confrontations between the two top predators of the ocean, sharks and dolphins. This is a unique place where more than 75% of dolphins bear scars, traces of encounters with sharks. But don't think dolphins are weak. In fact, they possess superior tactics to deal with the ocean's largest predator. Dolphins are incredibly intelligent creatures. They hunt in groups, coordinating rhythmically to deceive their prey. They use echolocation, a natural form of sonar, to locate prey or predators even in dark environments. However, sharks are no slouches. They have a sixth sense thanks to electromagnetic receptors called ampullae of Lorenzini, which detect tiny electrical currents from the movement of their prey. Under the sunlight, dancing on the waves, a pod of bottlenose dolphins glide gracefully through the seagrass patches. They are graceful performers, but behind their beauty lies extreme alertness. From the depths of the ocean, a huge black shadow is rising. It is a fearless predator, the tiger shark with cold eyes and razor-sharp teeth. A battle is about to break out, where not only strength, but also strategy, intelligence, and solidarity will decide who survives in the ocean's mortal arena. The dolphins quickly change formation. They gather in a protective circle, with the adults on the outside and the two calves kept safe in the center. The tiger shark, slowly but powerfully, began to move closer, swimming in a zigzag pattern to close in on the dolphins. A large male dolphin, believed to be the leader of the group, broke away from the circle and charged straight at the shark. It let out a high-pitched screech, as if in defiance. The shark reacted immediately, swinging its muscular tail and charging forward with its sharp teeth. Seizing the moment of chaos, the shark charged straight into the protective circle. Its sharp teeth clamped down on the slower-moving juvenile dolphin. With panicked screech, the adult dolphins charged forward, trying to save the smallest member of the group. They stabbed their noses into the predator's body, but all efforts seemed futile. The shark clenched its jaws, red blood spreading into the blue water. The repeated attacks from the dolphins were not strong enough to force the tiger shark to let go of its prey. When the young dolphin stopped struggling, the shark dived into the deep water, carrying its prize with it. Dolphins, intelligent and united creatures, tried their best to protect the pod. But the ocean is always harsh, and the tiger shark, a cold and ruthless predator, won this battle. In the arena of the sea, just a moment of mistake can cost a life. This is the nature of nature, where there is no mercy, only the law of survival. Shark Bay, a fierce underwater arena where even the top predator is not safe. After the tiger shark won against the dolphins, a new force appeared. It was not the prey, but a much more dangerous predator, the killer whale. Under the deep blue waters of Shark Bay, a brutal battle was about to take place. The nearly 4-meter-long tiger shark, a notorious predator with sharp teeth and a powerful body, was circling the seabed. But this time it was not the pursuer. A pod of killer whales, 3 adults and a calf, was silently surrounding it. The killer whale's towering dorsal fins tore through the water, gliding like jet-black blades. Their huge bodies moved gently but powerfully, exuding a deadly danger. The leader whale, more than 7 meters long, signaled with a short, deep whistle. Immediately, the killer whales deployed their tactics. An adult female charged from below, violently knocking the shark up with her steel-like nose. The sudden thrust caused the shark to flip over, exposing its white belly to its enemy. Before the shark could recover, the alpha male charged forward with enormous force, crashing straight into the shark's body like a torpedo. The sound of the collision echoed underwater. The shark struggled desperately. It tried to wiggle its tail to escape, but another killer whale grabbed its dorsal fin, holding it tight, preventing it from escaping. The entire group of whales continued to attack, each thrust precise and brutal, forcing the shark into a defenseless situation. Blood began to spread in the water, dyeing a large area of the ocean red. The The shark, once an apex predator, was now helpless prey against those who were smarter and stronger. The killer whale, after completing the attack, only tore off the fatty liver, the most nutritious part, and swam away, leaving the shark's body to sink to the cold seabed. In this confrontation, intelligence and strategy triumphed over brute force. Killer whales are not only the most intelligent predators, but also a symbol of absolute dominance in the ocean world.